I'm ready.
All right, so we're going to be working on some vocabulary under context clues. And this is going to be in the reading portion. This is going to be in the English portion. This should help you overall and give you a better sense of how to attack these kind of questions. Okay, so the first one, as used line 93, becoming most nearly means. Okay, so becoming would be right here. So he was always there, tugging at Mr. Peters' elbow, making him do things that were not becoming in a man of 45. Do things that were not emerging in a man. Okay, that doesn't. Not fitting in a man of 45. That might be a maybe. Not developing in a man of 45. And not happening in a man of 45. Okay, not fitting, because them having a fit, tugging at this Mr. Peters' elbow isn't what a 45-year-old man should be doing. Okay, the next one. What we want to do is look for the context clues around. This one is tugging at his elbow, and that's not very fitting for a man of 45. Okay, the next one, station. Let's see, subordinate station. Okay, heaven has appointed to one sex the superior and to the other the subordinate station. And this without any reference. Okay, so the other a subordinate region? No. The other a subordinate studio? No. The other a subordinate district? No. The other a subordinate rank. So one is superior and one is subordinate. And so it would be a rank. Okay. Next one, peculiar. When we think of peculiar, you may not know what that word means, so let's look at the surrounding words. But it is designed that the mode of gaining influence and exercising power should be altogether different and peculiar. Okay, so let's think of in a high school. Do you gain influence and exercise power by being eccentric? Okay, you may not know what eccentric means. Eccentric means somebody who wears blue and pink hats, okay? Or with flowers sticking out the top of them. Or surprising. Should be altogether different and surprising. Would you like to be scared or surprised about something? I don't think so. How about distinctive? Okay, distinctive is like fingerprints. Do you want to be different and distinctive like fingerprints to gain influence and exercise power, or infrequent? I think distinctive is the best one to do here, because that shows you're gaining influence and exercising power, and being distinctive like a fingerprint will be what you need to do that. Okay, so the next one, okay. So as used in line 14, simple most nearly means simple. But change the conversation to food and suddenly efficiency doesn't look so good, okay? Conventional 14 is simple. Okay. So conventional industrial agriculture has become incredibly efficient on a simple land to food basis. Okay, so we're talking about efficiency. So a straightforward land to food basis, that seems pretty good. Modest? No. Unadorned? No. Or easy? No. It would be straightforward. What is the most efficient way to get from point A to point B would be straightforward. Okay. In line 88, sheer most nearly means. Okay. But for delivering sheer calories, especially in our staple crops of wheat, rice, maize, soybeans, and so on, conventional farms have the advantage right now. Okay. So delivering sheer calories. So a large amount of calories, right? Transparent, abrupt, steep, or pure. Transparent calories, abrupt calories, steep calories, or pure calories. I would say pure calories. As used in line 24, basic most nearly means basic. Okay. The new links between brain cells to form the brain's basic anatomical structure. Oh, there's nothing basic about anatomical structure. Okay. So we're talking about the brain here. Wow. Okay. So the initial anatomical structure, not the initial, it doesn't change over time. How about the simple? There's nothing simple about the brain. The necessary anatomical structure, yeah. Or the fundamental. Okay, so the fundamental is like the building blocks, isn't it? And basic is like you start with something and then you build from there. So I would say fundamental. Fundamental is the best choice on that one. All right. Now, as used in line 85, boost most nearly means boost. Okay. Will companies be able to boost their products by manipulating online ratings on a massive scale? Will they be able to increase their products? Do you increase the products? Do you accelerate their products? Do you promote the products? Or do you protect the products? I would say you promote the products, right? Will companies be able to promote their products by manipulating online ratings on a massive scale? Definitely. Okay. So as used in line 86, scale. Okay. In a massive level, yes. On a massive level, I would agree with that. On a massive wage, no. On a massive interval, no. In a massive scheme, no. It would be at a massive level. Okay. As used in line 39, matched most nearly means. Okay, matched. The researchers put both the mental athletes and a group of matched control subjects into MRI scanners and asked them to memorize 3-digit numbers. Okay. So matched, so comparable control subjects. I would agree with that because we're talking about mental athletes. Identical. We couldn't find identical because people aren't identical, maybe identical twins, but the researchers had to put both the mental athletes and a group of matched control subjects, which would be comparable, distinguishable. No, not distinguishable because that would be making them different. And competing? No, it wouldn't be competing. It would be matched would be comparable, which they're close, like 16-year-old boys versus 16-year-old boys, or 18-year-old girls versus 18-year-old girls. Those would be comparable, matched control subjects. They couldn't be identical because that's just impossible with people. Okay. In line 2, turn most nearly means. Okay, turn. Let's see what we got. Lady Carlotta stepped out onto the platform of the small wayside station and took a turn or two up and down its uninteresting length. What do you think she was doing? To kill time while the train should be pleased to proceed on its way. So it sounds like she was at a train station, right? And she was walking up and down its uninteresting length. Turn or two, up and down. Oh, I guess I just answered my own question. Slight movement? No, because it sounds like she's walking up and down, doesn't it? Change in rotation, a turn or two up and down, a short walk, or a course correction. It would be a short walk because she's trying to waste some time, to kill time while the train. She was going to take a turn or two up and down its uninteresting length. So sort of, this is old, in the olden times. Today, what we would do is take a turn or two up and down the uninteresting length of an airport terminal. Okay, the next one. In line 55, charge most nearly means. Okay, charge, that's right there. During the drive to the Q mansion, Lady Carlotta was impressively introduced to the nature of the charge that had been thrust upon her. Okay. She learned that Claude and Williford were delicate, sensitive young people, that Irene had the artistic temperament highly developed, and that Viola was. Okay. It sounds like this woman is a nanny, doesn't it? Okay. So if she was a nanny, nature of the charge that had been thrust upon her. The responsibility, okay, that could be. The nature of the responsibility, the nature of the attack, no. The nature of the fee? No. The nature of the expense? No. It's the responsibility of being a nanny for all those kids, right? Okay, so the next one, as used in line 58, credit most nearly means. Okay, if you credit the demographers, this transit trend has legs, okay? So if you endow the demographers, no. If you attribute the demographers, if you believe the demographers, or you honor. If I believe the demographers, I would say believe, not honor them. You can honor them, and if people believe the demographers, then something, this transit trend has legs, so it's going to take off. If you believe in something, it's going to take off. So it wouldn't be any of those other ones. As used in line 61, favor. Okay, most nearly means. Around the turn of the century and now outnumber baby boomers tend to favor cities over suburbs. They'd rather be in cities over the suburbs. They indulge cities over suburbs? No. They prefer, yes, I like that word. They resemble cities over suburbs? No. They serve cities over? No. So it would be they prefer, they favor cities over suburbs, which is they prefer. Okay.